Well, hello everyone out there in YouTube world and internet land. It's been a while since I have visited with everyone and updated you on my current journey, but it's Brock Bruce, and just wanted to give you, it's actually been 1 year since I had my procedure done. So this is actually my sleeveversary for my gastric sleeve that I had done last year. If you've watched my prior videos, you've heard a lot of this before, but just want to recap, and so the people that haven't seen kind of have an idea of what the whole series of videos is about. But basically, we have last year in 2013, I came into some health problems and decided to do something drastic to lose weight. And at my highest, I was at 288 pounds. And in October or November of last year, I made the decision to do something drastic, and went and saw my GP and to talk to her about what my options were as far as losing weight, and decided to do a vertical gastric sleeve, and interviewed several different surgeons to do the work, and settled on a gastric surgeon by the name of Dr. Cliff Thomas here in Houston, Texas. And we went to had the procedure done at Main Street Hospital here in Bel Air, Texas. And the procedure was done all laparoscopically. It was something that I went in for on the morning of the 16th, and they did the surgery, started at 9 o'clock. I was out of surgery by about 10:30, and awake again about 11:30. And basically what they do is they go in through little laparoscopic incisions on your stomach, and basically cut out 85% of your stomach, staple the stomach shut, and remove the part of the stomach that is the excess stomach, and remove it out through those little bitty incisions about this size. And so, like I said, fairly a quick procedure. I was in the hospital one night, came home the next morning about 24 hours later, and really was, the next day was on the way home from the hospital, went shopping with my wife at the grocery store, walking around. So it wasn't like something that was so debilitating that I couldn't get up and move around. I was walking about probably 5 hours after the surgery, and spent the night in the hospital just to make sure everything was going well. But anyway, I think the biggest thing that was hardest for me with regards to the recovery was just during that first week, first 5 to 7 days, of getting rid of all the internal gas that was inside. It wasn't gas that was like in your intestines, but gas that was inside your body cavity. And to get rid of that gas, you just got to kind of naturally work it off. And really the only thing to do that will help will be to get out and walk. Drink lots of water, as much water as you can, and to get out and walk it off. So other than that, that was really the only problems that I had after the surgery. I'd like to cover with you, some of the things that I've experienced, and let me pull those notes up. Basically, I had the surgery on 12/16/2013. My 1 year anniversary or Surgirversary was last week, 12/16/2014. So far, my low point weight-wise was 198. I am stable at right about 201. My waist size has gone from a 46 down to a 34. I wear a dress coat or a suit, size 42, which before the surgery I was at a 52. As far as a regular golf shirt, prior to the surgery I was wearing a 3X, that's a triple X, and now I'm wearing a size large. This is a size large that I have on right now, and you can see, I've got plenty of room in here, not tight at all, in good shape. So my shoe size, believe it or not, this is something that's very interesting. I've gone from a size 12.5 to an 11.5 shoe. Not necessarily that my foot has gotten any smaller, but just my feet have shrunken in size. And which was pretty amazing because all my old shoes I can't wear anymore. I've had to replace all my cowboy boots and all my tennis shoes and all my, can't wear any of my old dress shoes. I've had to replace some of those as well. My neck size has gone from a size 20-inch neck. I had to have all my shirts custom made before. Now I can buy them right off the shelf because I'm wearing a 16 and a half neck. Currently, let's see, down about 90 pounds from my high, and currently not taking, I've been completely off all of meds, no blood pressure medications, no statins or cholesterol medication, and no diabetes medication at all. Let's see, my weight does fluctuate some. About 5 pounds is the most it'll fluctuate, and usually that has to do with, it's all water weight is what it is. So the water weight tends to fluctuate 5 pounds plus or minus. Also, my body fat content, I'm at 10.7% right now, and I check that monthly, which is down from over 30% body fat. So that'll kind of tell you a little bit about where I've gone, where I've come from as to where I am now. I'm also running 3 to 4 times a week. Typically run 3 to 4 miles every time, and now I've got my mile time down to about 7.5 minutes a mile, and so that is I can't even remember when I used to be able to do that in high school. But just had my labs done about 30 days ago, and as my doctor said, my labs are just completely the opposite from where they were. 180-degree turn. I mean, just absolutely off the charts the amount of improvement that I've had in my blood sugar, in my testosterone levels, in my cholesterol, in my triglycerides. Everything is just absolutely phenomenal. My blood pressure is below normal. It's been the best thing in the world I've ever done for myself. As far as eating issues, basically I really have no restrictions. I can eat whatever I feel like eating, but some of the things that I have done as part of my normal diet is I'm limiting, if I can completely do away with gluten, I will, and I try my best to try to do away with any kind of gluten, and also sugar as well. If I do eat any kind of bread products or anything, it's usually going to be corn-based. Corn doesn't have any gluten in it, and even when I eat pasta, I try to eat corn pasta as well. I stay away from fast food completely, and really what I try to follow is a farm-to-table diet. Completely fresh food fixed at the time of eating. I eat a lot of raw foods as well. When I go shop at the grocery store, I try to shop in the parts of the store that are around the outside edges of the store, such as the produce department, the meat department, the dairy department, and around those outer line areas. Anything in the middle is all processed foods, and that's what I really try to stay away from. Things that I have a hard time eating, bread products. I really have eaten no bread, really, for about a year. And I also have problems with ground meat. Anything that has fillers in it tends to make it's hard for me to digest. No sodas. Sodas are completely out of my diet. I will have a beer occasionally when I get home in the evening, or maybe a glass of wine, or even a mixed drink, but typically it's only one, because I tell you what, you have just one, there's a ton of calories in it, but two, all I have to have is one, and I'm loopy. I'm very much of a lightweight now, and otherwise what you would call a cheap date now. And you know, the issues to discuss, I lost hair from months 6 to 9. It's completely stopped now. As you can see, my hair is nice and thick again. Don't have any spots in it where it looks thin and stuff. But there was a point there where every time I would get out of the shower and get my comb and brush my hair when I got out, there would just be hair falling out into the sink. And not in major clumps, but just, you know, you'd see hair in the sink, and it did continue. I mean, it was getting a little bit concerning for a while, but my doctor assured me that it would stop, and once I balanced and stabilized. So, and it did. It really did, and now everything's coming back and looks good. I do tend to get really cold easily. because I've got less insulation, less body fat. It's just you get a lot colder a lot easier, and trust me, that's a lot better than the alternative. So I also tend to be really picky about where I eat, especially if we're going out to eat and my wife and kids want to go out to eat. I want to make sure that I'm eating someplace that is healthy, not only for me but for my family as well, and which is that's a good thing. But really, I mean, all in all, I want to wrap this up pretty quick here, but all in all, we've been very satisfied. I'm happy about what I did. I'm happy about the progress that I continue to have. I'm now working on building my body and building strength up. I mean, as you can tell, I've really got some muscle definition now, and feeling good and living life to the fullest. That's what it's all about. So if I hope this video helps you in your decision making process. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. I'll be happy to try to answer your questions or direct you in the right direction. But if you're going down this path, I encourage you to get involved or get logged on to obesityhelp.com. That is one website that has helped me dramatically, and get yourself a support group to work with. So, but that's it. This is me signing off. Unless anything new happens in my life with regards to the sleeve surgery, or I have something I think may be of concern, I'll certainly post that. But for the most part, this is it. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope my journey has helped you. Bye-bye.